Arctic ice, North Pole and South Pole and stuff like that. But basically this mod, last year in the last list I had OPM because I hadn't checked this one out. And, I still like OPM, but this one, ooh, okay. I was about to say it's stable, but clearly it's not. It's not stable. I think the Kerbal just took over my computer. Can someone please help me? Hello guys and welcome back to Gemini Gamer. So, it's 2018, a new year. I know it's February, it's a little late, but this means that we need to make a new KSP top 5 mod list. So in general, not just a category. I made one recently where I did utilities or something like that. So this is going to be in general, it's going to be overall, the best overall. I'm going to try to include a couple mods that maybe some people don't know about. One in particular is kind of new, but it kind of made a big impression on me, so yeah. So before we get into it, I want to thank you guys for allowing me to reach 120 subscribers. I know it's not a lot compared to other YouTubers out there, but it's a big deal for me because, last year we only had about 30 something, and, we hit a lot. We hit a big achievement by getting to 100, and, we got to places, and we're going somewhere, which makes me happy, and I'm glad that some of you were actually enjoying whatever I made, the content that I made, so some of you actually wanted to subscribe and actually subscribe, so thank you again. And also, before we get into it, I just want to mention that a lot of you had a lot of issues installing mods. There was a lot of comments in the description, the last list, that were having issues how to install mods. So before the end of the video, towards the end, I'm gonna make a guide on how you can install your own mods onto your game manually, not using CKAN. I think CKAN is just a little bit too straightforward, honestly, and manually you're able to basically tweak a couple things, and that really helps you out when you're trying to get things to work. So sometimes you end up installing mods and then you have to do stuff, but here the manual way I'm gonna show you, hopefully you're able to tweak stuff, not initially because you need to learn it, but hopefully you're able to do that in the later parts of the experience in modding Kerbal Space Program. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Remember to like, comment, and share if you like the video. And let's go ahead and get into the first mod. Alright guys, so for mod number 5, we have Kerbal Inventory System, or otherwise known as KIS, by Igors with a C at the end. And this mod was originally made by KSP. So, KSP made it and then he kind of got tired of working on it or got busy. I'm not too sure what the history is, but he transferred it over to Igors, and Igors is now maintaining it for a little while here. So, yeah. And this mod, basically, I'm pretty sure most of you already know what it does, but it basically gives your Kerbals the basic functions of construction outside the vehicle assembly building. So, let's say you want to add a couple parts to a ship because you forgot, but that ship is like out in Duna or something like that. You might need to relaunch the whole thing, right? Because you forgot a parachute or something, or an RCS thruster. No, you don't. Just launch a little Kerbal to go carry a little parachute in his inventory, and basically attach it. So that's all you gotta do. It's not that hard, especially this mod. When this mod is used with Kerbal attachment system, you get a bunch more functionality like cranes and other stuff, very cool stuff, pipes and stuff like that. It's really cool. You should try it. If you haven't tried it, you should. So anyway, I'm gonna show you a little bit here, not too much. I don't want to show you too much, but let's go ahead and get in here. So as you can see, each Kerbal now has its own inventory, and you can carry little parts here. Some parts you need to attach and stuff. There's even guides in the game for you to use. So let's say you want to equip something. You press the number in the inventory. Let's see, 1. And he gets a little drill in his hand right there, right? Yeah. So let's say that you want to attach a part to the ground or something. You click it, and then you press H and attach, and there you go, right? And let's say you want to attach something to that. Click it, press H, you attach it, and there you go. It's now attached to it. And you can do that with any part as long as it fits in the inventory. But again, you have containers over here that you can fit bigger parts into, like let's say the parachute, you can fit into there. You can transfer stuff across the containers, I think, if it will let me. There you go. See, you can transfer stuff across the container. So now this part that the Kerbal was carrying now exists here, and stuff like that. So, and it basically allows you to like basically do basic construction outside in space or wherever you are on any surface of the planet. It makes the engineers useful. They don't no longer only need to repair broken solar panels or wheels, and you know they basically get a whole new thing in the game. It makes the game more interesting and adds a little bit more depth into the game. And overall, it basically just makes everything better because you have a better your Kerbals can actually do things now, you know, other than just being there and existing. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's pretty much that for that mod. So let's go ahead and move on to mod number 4. And for mod number 4, we have Stock Visual Enhancements made by Galileo. So this mod is actually consisting of many other mods. So you're going to have to do a little bit of installation to actually get this to work. It's not the easiest thing to get to work because there's a lot of mods, but you can do it. Trust me, just read the instructions and install things and make sure you install the right things and stuff like that. So this mod is very, very good because it's used by a lot of people. So, you know, you basically... any issues that may come in with the visuals of it is basically dealt with immediately because everyone likes to complain. And, you know, development is constant. There's an update almost every other month or something like that. And it's up to date. So, you know, a lot of other mods out there that do visual stuff, they start off well and then they just die out. But this one's really good. And there's a lot of planet packs out there that really like using them because it's very popular. And, you know, you're going to be seeing a lot more of it as we go through the game because, you know, basically, you know, as the video goes on because, you know, there's clouds, shaders and stuff like that. They're basically different mods working together, but Galileo made them look really good together using his own configurations. And, you know, it uses scatter, it uses E.V.E, it uses all those good looking mods that look good by themselves, but, you know, when they put together and edit it a little bit, they look really amazing. And again, you're going to be looking, as we go on through the video, you're going to be seeing a lot more of it. And yeah, I can't show you much right now because if I did, you can see back there, you can see the little range over there. If I did, you would know what the other mods are. So anyway, just basically, for number 4 we got Stock Visual Enhancement by Galileo. So very cool stuff you're going to be seeing more as we go on. So it's always going to be in the background because it's always in the background. And yeah, so yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next mod. Alright, so for mod number 3, we actually have Galileo's Planet Pack. So as you can see right now, I didn't do a very good job at hiding it in the other mods, but clearly this is no longer the Kerbal Space Center. You know, it's on an island, there's mountains everywhere, and you know, the land ranges here aren't very good and stuff like that. So it's very different. And in fact, this guy isn't even a Kerbal. As you can see, his name is Gus Gallian. He's not a Kerbal anymore. He's not Gus Kerbman. He's not, you know, he's not a Kerbal. So as you can see, completely different planet. The real name of this planet is Gale, and it's basically the home planet for the life forms that exist in this solar system. So basically what this mod does, it replaces the whole normal stock system for a whole new thing. And as you can see, the name of the star is Cyro. It's not Kerbal or Sun. You know, large debate in the Kerbal community, but that's not the point. So all planets are changed. There's a lot of new planets. A lot of completely different like planets are added. Like lots of gas planets, lots of rocky planets, different atmospheres, different colors. Whole new game, actually. Whole new game. I even made a series for it. I made like 40 episodes before I stopped because of technical difficulties, and I was getting a little bit burned out, but I'm probably going to get back into it now that I have better equipment to do it with. Soon, maybe. But we'll see. I don't know. No promises. But go check it out, though. Very cool stuff. But anyway, yeah, so let's go ahead and go through the planets real quick. So the first one is Icarus here. Rocky planet, kind of Mercury-like. Very, very nice, beautiful textures that you can see. Never visited it in the series, but, you know, very, very cool looking. Very, very nice ground landforms and stuff like that. Lots of cracks. Kind of like an eggshell. Egg yolk. I don't know. Something like that. So anyway, the next one is Thalia. Very scary looking planet. Very red. Very, very cool looking. Very, very nice. Lots of weird structures on the ground. Stuff like that. Very, very nice looking. The next one is E.V.E. That's the moon, actually. Moon of Thalia there. And then E.V.E, the first planet with an atmosphere, as you can see. Very, very nice looking. Kind of reminds me of Mars a little bit due to its north pole here. actually visited in the series. I visited Thalia too, I think, with a Kerbal here. So very cool stuff, very nice, very beautiful planet if you ask me. Landed on it, very cool. And the next one is Gale. Of course you've seen it because we started here. And the moons, Iota, Seti, very different moons, no longer Moon and Minmus, right? Then Tulumo, one of the most beautiful planets in the mod, as you can see. Very big, it's bigger than Gale. Has a little moon and rings. Very unique, very unique. Visited with a probe, never visited with a, with a Kerbal. So, I visited the moon, Lily, with a Kerbal though. And then we have the first, actually Gratian, I forgot about Gratian. I think I was planning a mission to Gratian, but I never made it out here. So, yeah, kind of the Mars analog, kind of, very cool planet too. And then it has a moon, Geminus. And then we have Otho here, first gas giant, storms, has a lot of storms. And then Augusta is one of the most beautiful moons I've seen in a while. I like this color, I don't know why, I just like it, but it's very nice. I don't think I visited with a probe here. I did a flyby, but never visited with a probe. Then we have Hephaestus, sounds like a disease, but it's a moon, moon. And then Gianna, very similar. Lots of very detailed textures though, I'll tell you that much. Very, very nice looking. Then Gauss is another gas giant. Blue color. Very, very beautiful, very beautiful. And then Loki, another rocky moon. Catullus, kind of very thick looking moon actually. And Narcissus actually on the dark side, I can't really change that much, but it's a moon of the moon basically. Very cool stuff, moon of a moon. I don't remember this moon being purple, I think something's messing up. But anyway, you can install it too, you need Copernicus with this. And then we have Nero over here. Very Jupiter-like with rings. Kind of you combine Jupiter and Saturn. Very cool stuff. Hadrian, I think it has water on it, I think it's a watery moon. Let's see if I can get into the sun. There we go, yeah, you can go. Kind of like Lathe, but a lot less pretty, I think. It's not as pretty as Lathe, but very interesting. I don't think I visited again. With a Kerbal. Or a probe. Nerys. I visited all the gas giants with a probe, though. And Moose. And Minona. And Agrippina. And then Julia. And then Hawks. And then Argo. Leto. And then Granus. So Granus is a whole different star. It's a binary star that orbits around the main star. So basically, it orbits around Syro. So it's basically like another planet, but it's just a star. It's a star that rotates around a binary system, binary star system. Very cool stuff. Very unique, I think. There's a lot of other ones, but you can basically get out here with normal rocketry. You know what I mean? You don't need warp drives or anything like that. It's very cool stuff. And there's an option to install the OPM planets on here too. If you want to do that for a little extra challenge. So if you want to fly out here and then fly to the planets, you can do all that. But it's up to you. That's why I picked it. Very unique. Very, 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 very different to the normal stock game. But it also keeps that, Kerbal-y feeling, It's not like, oh man, now we're a moon of a gas giant. Kind of like the alternate Kervolus, I think that's the name of it. It wasn't very stable. This one's very stable. And there's constant development again. Very, very, lots of development. New updates all the time. Making everything better. And if you have a glitch, make sure to report it. And stuff like that. So yeah, very cool mod. And let's go ahead and move on to mod number 2. Alright guys, so for mod number 2 we have something very unique. It's the only part mod in the game, and it's very new, I think. It's recently new, and it surprised me. I was looking through the mods, looking for something interesting, and I saw this one, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be on the list. That has to be on the list. It was very, very, very cool, okay? You're gonna like it, I think. So, let's have a look at what it is, right? So, what we have here is called the mod called Stockalike Station Parts Redux by Nerthia. Alright? So very, very cool looking parts. Alright? I built this, and this is like 4 parts, other than the stock parts, the solar panels and the engine and the tank. I built this in like 3 minutes. I stacked a couple parts, the centrifuges, the big spinning things, right? Those are the centrifuges. I put them together, habitat module, and I built that thing. Alright, I built that thing. I'm not kidding. I built that thing, and it was so easy to get it up here. Man, it's amazing. It's amazing. I can't really explain how cool it is. I've been looking for something like this in a while, for really cool station parts. Like, I really have. Like, really, really nice station parts that are actually completed. And you can see the Space Center down there, actually. It's a little bit. Maybe in the video you can't see it, but I can see it. Anyway, so, yeah, very cool station parts that have complete, interior view, IVAs, stuff like that. Oh my god, it's so cool looking. Let's just go ahead and look at it, right? So let's look at the ship a little bit closer here. So, as you can see, it's a little dark, but yeah, look at it. Centrifuges and stuff like that. Let's have a little EVA, not an EVA, a interview here. So you can see it's moving things inside of it. I've never seen that before. Look at that. I don't even know how you would do that. Holograms and stuff like that. Very cool stuff. And with the raster prop monitor mod, oh, I'm pretty sure this thing will look amazing, bros. I'm not even kidding. Has so much room, windows, and this is just one module, by the way. This is one module. Let's look at the other ones. Down here. As you can see, more space. Lots of space right there. This is one of the HAB modules. Let's see if I can give you a show. Yeah, right here, there's a habitat module right there. And let's see, what else? This is one of the centrifuges, I think. Yeah, this is it, one of the centrifuges. We don't really have a window, but you can see we're kind of spinning due to the lights moving through. Let's see if I can find something else here. View. There you go. This is one of the ones that has a window. So you can see we're spinning around. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff, man. Like, look at the interior. Look at it. I haven't seen anything so detailed like this. It's just amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. A lot. Haven't seen anything complete like this. It's a little bit glitchy. The insides get a little bit weird sometimes. But, you know, it's a new mod, I think. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm talking out of my butt. But I think it is a new mod. But it's absolutely good looking. You know, you can do whatever you want with it. It even has some functionality with, you know, survival mods. You know, the life support mods. So if you're into that stuff, this is the mod for you. Trust me, you're gonna wanna use this mod. Believe it, you're gonna want it. It's amazing. I haven't seen anything like it in a while, but it's really cool. There's more parts. There's almost like 100 parts. I'm pretty sure. These are just the big some of the biggest ones that I saw. I was like, I want centrifuges, so I picked these. And there's you know, extensible crew tubes, so you can see here. Disarm and retract, so you know you can have your little crew to transfer across. You can do a bunch of stuff with this. And you know, I'm not the most creative person, but you know, I built this in like 3 seconds. So you know, really cool stuff, really cool mod. It's new, and you can build some incredible ships. And with the visual mods and stuff like that, you might be able to get some really amazing shots. Trust me, some really freaking amazing shots. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next mod. All right, guys. So for the last mod, you actually been seeing it through the whole thing. Trust me, you have. And there's a moon over there. The mod is Texture Replacer Replaced. Very long name, but a very cool mod, right? So I think it's been in one of my other lists, and I couldn't just, you know, I need to give it a good spot right now. It's one of the best mods. Trust me, one of the best mods. Everyone's used it. Everyone that has done some modding with Kerbal knows what it is. Everyone's used it, and it's gonna continue to be one of the top mods. So as you can see, this skybox is not the normal skybox for the game, right? It's pretty bright. You know, it's not the best looking skybox out there, but I wanted to make it obvious that it wasn't the normal stock game one. And combined with a couple other mods, it's gonna make it look absolutely beautiful. Okay. So basically, what this mod does, Texture Replacer, replaces absolutely everything. You have the ability to replace anything. You have the ability to tweak any texture in the game, even the planet textures. If you want to tweak this texture, you can probably do it with some coding and some drawing. So, very cool stuff. It lets you change everything. It even gives your Kerbals their own EVA suits. If you're into like, oh, I want the engineers to have a blue suit and the pilots to have a red suit and the scientists to have a green suit, you can do that. You can download this whole bunch of things. It's like a whole different community of textures within itself, you know? Like, there's a Kerbal community and there's like a sub community for Texture Replacer. Very cool stuff. Very amazing stuff. And let's see if I can get one of these Kerbals out from this thing. E.V.E. There you go. You get reflections on the Kerbal's helmets. Let's see if I can pilot one here. Let's see. Alright. See? Reflection of the planet. I know it's not the best. You can't even see the clouds, but it's really cool stuff. Let's see if I can get the reflection of the ship. You've probably seen it. You see better shots in the other mods, so you've seen it through a while. But yeah, it's one of the best. As you can see, the Kerbal suit is completely different. It's orange. Both things. You can even take the Kerbal's helmet off when you're in like on the surface and stuff like that. So it's very, very cool stuff. Very amazing stuff. You can basically change the whole game. You can change the title screen if you want. The freaking you can make it look really ugly if you wanted to, if you're into that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I can't really explain more of it. It's not the best. It's work in progress, but for real, like to get this to work, you imagine the amount of coding that a person had to go through to get the visors to reflect light and reflect the game. The amount of work that it went to do that. It's amazing. It's really amazing. I love it. It's one of my favorite mods. I've been playing with it since it came out. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Amazing. And not even hard to install. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the installing part. But before I do that, I'm gonna make a poll up in the upper right corner, the little eye, and I'm gonna put the list of the mods on there, so you can vote on what mod you thought should have been the top of the list. Right? None of these mods are in a particular order. They're all very good, but if you have one in particular that I went through, make sure to vote up there. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on and show you how to install some of these mods. All right. Alright guys, so here we are now on our forum page, alright? So remember, all the links for the mods are down in the description. The list and what they do is down there. I'm going to put a little description of the mods and stuff like that. All cool stuff, alright? So anyway, you're going to go down there and you're going to pick whatever mod. Most of the installations are pretty similar. So anyway, right now I'm going to be doing Stockalike Station Parts Redux number 2. And as you can see, it was released on January 28th. So very recently, very cool stuff. That's why it surprised me. I was like, wow, it's a very cool looking mod. Has to be on the list, right? So anyway, and it was new. It was in 2018, so it has to be on the list. So anyway. So as you can see, you're going to go to a forum page. All the links are going to be to a forum page. I'll make sure of that. Don't worry. They're going to take you here. Okay, so once you're here, you're going to go down and look for any directions that you may see. CKAN if you want to do that, but I'm not going to show you that way to do it here. So anyway, you're going to find the download links. So click one of them. You have two, Dropbox and SpaceDock. I usually use SpaceDock, so click SpaceDock. And then you're going to look for the download button, which is right here. And also SpaceDock is a good place to look for mods. If you haven't seen it, you can click here and you'll find a bunch of mods. As you can see, very cool stuff, very cool beans right here. So anyway, we're going to wait for it to download. It's going to take a while. It's a big mod. But I already downloaded it. It's down here. So once it finished download, let's pretend that this is the file. But anyway, you know what I mean. You guys should know some about this stuff. So anyway, you click on them, you open the folder up right here. You open it up and you get 3 files right here. But the really important one is game data. Usually modders are nice and include a readme file on how to install, like right here. You might want to check it out if you want to get into that. Let's see here. Some basic instruction and information about the mod. Anyway, nothing too important, since I'm already teaching you how to install it. So anyway, you open the game data folder. You see what the parts here, the mod, the folders, different mods here, B9s, part switch, and all this stuff. And module manager. Module manager is very important because a lot of mods are dependent on it. So make sure that if you're having trouble with a mod, you did this and stuff like that, make sure you have module manager installed. Or make sure you don't have 2 module managers installed. It's usually that solves a lot of your problems. So make sure you do that. So anyway, I'm going to be showing you the Steam way to do it. Alright, so with Steam, you open Steam and you get a list of your games, right? So you right click on Kerbal Space Program right here. You click on Properties, Local Files, browse local files, and you can end up in this little big folder. It has a bunch of stuff. Don't worry, it's really a lot more straightforward than it is, okay? And if you don't have Steam, just look for the Kerbal Space Program folder, right? And then as you can see here, you have game data too, right? You open that up. For you, it's going to be a lot simpler. You're only going to have squad in it. This is basically all the parts in the stock game, basically. So don't delete it because you're going to lose all your stock parts unless you want to get rid of all your stock parts. Might make an interesting game. But anyway, so you go back to your mod folder and then you select everything and you just drag to your game data folder, your Kerbal Space Program game data folder right there. And then you wait for it to finish up. It's going to take a little while, because it is a big thing and it hasn't even asked me for the thing. But yeah, let it paste all the way through. Final destination. And once it's done pasting through, once everything's in, you should be okay to good to go. So all your parts are from your mod or whatever mod you have, like Copernicus for the Planet Pack and stuff like that. You know, make sure to go ahead and do that. Install that stuff and load up the game. Check everything's working. Make sure to check every once in a while, you know. When you're installing a bunch of mods, you don't want to have something breaking and then you don't know which mod was the one that broke your game. Make sure to back up your saves. You have a particular save you want to save. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun. Remember to like, comment, and share down below, and subscribe too, because I'm trying to hit 200 subscribers before May. Hopefully we can do that. I really want to do it. We're at 120, so hopefully help a buddy out and we can do that. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. Hope you guys liked the mods. Remember to vote up in the upper right corner, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.